Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? You guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're talking about the one and only Zebec Network. Now, listen, before we jump into it, coin fashions of the day, but today we're actually doing something different because I love 99.9% of you guys are absolutely fantastic and smart, but sometimes I like reading a hate comment or a slimy comment. Not that it affects me, but just because it's pure entertainment. And we can break this down if you want to skip it, just skip about a minute ahead and we'll be done. But look, ladies and gentlemen, someone wrote this about yesterday. And by the way, this is the context, right? There was a coin fashion saying, oh, someone sent them 230,000 in their wallet, they're not sending it back. And I said, well, you know what? If you send me that money, you snooze, you lose. I'd probably buy Zebec Network with it or whatever I said, right? And oh my God, dude, like most people didn't care, but there's like these few virtuous clowns. I mean, guys, they're moral high ground over a hypothetical that I was being half sarcastic anyways. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, we have this comment over here saying, you're right. Crypto is a very dirty business and it's fueled by dirty games and trickery. But I know if someone sends me 30K by accident, I'm giving them 25K back and keeping 5K for my time. Now that's game. You see, what goes around comes around, but your brain wouldn't have the capacity to figure out a move like that. You have no rules or principles or moral code, but decent people do. What goes around really goes around. Man, I wish, teach me your ways of being a decent and good person so I can be at that level just so I can insult others. I'm such a good person. I'm such a good and decent person, but I'm just gonna shit on somebody else that I have nothing about because I'm such a good person, right? Oh, I love these virtuous clowns. I genuinely do. I love when people try to act all high and mighty while also insulting and throwing jabs at other people in the same sentence. No, seriously, you're amazing, dude. Teach me your ways. Teach me your ways. We have another one saying that's theft, but you support Trump too. No shock. Well, yeah. And look what I said, cry harder. And I'm going to even like my own comment too. Why did I say cry harder? Guys, I mean, it's very simple. I'm Canadian and this is a crypto channel. Okay. From a pure crypto standpoint, oh, I don't know. Would I prefer the team that absolutely hates crypto, wants to put so many rules and wants to, pretty much screw over a lot of things and just put crypto to the ground? Or would I prefer the team that, oh, I don't know, maybe is super pro crypto, right? Where we've had literally hundreds of things change over the last year, right? For the better. Oh, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know which one would I support. I hold crypto, but I don't know. Should I support the team anti-crypto or should I support the team pro-crypto? It's such a hard decision. Like, I don't know. Like, see, people like this, you're just clowns. Like, unsubscribe. Vishal, if you see this, unsubscribe from my channel. I like people that are smart, okay? Only smart people can become snipers. That's why, 99.999% of you guys are amazing because you guys are smart. You have a brain. But to the other people, virtuous clowns, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I saw some other two comments that were pretty much like the other guys were just like, I have such high moral ground and integrity, but you don't. You're a piece of shit, dude. But me, I have the high moral ground. Okay, whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy. Anyways, guys, this is just for my entertainment. When people leave those types of comments, I always just feel better about myself because I see the fraudness in them. Anyways, Zebec holders, look, the Zebec holders at the party when we hit $1. Let's go. Now that's what something we're going to talk about today. Can Zebec Network hit $1? Is it even possible? What is the market cap going to be like? And we're going to see, ladies and gentlemen, right? If we jump into the basics, we can see that we rank 143rd in the world out of 9,550 active cryptos. So we got a few cryptos that got listed here. 370 million market cap, 15 million volume, up 2.75% in the last day. Overall, in the last 7 days, we're still down 8%. In the last month or so, we're down 21%, which is fine. So now here's the deal, right? How much would roughly $1 be? Because $1 is a lot. Because why is it a lot? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are still not even a penny yet. We are still not a penny yet. So what would it be? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, right now we do have a circulating supply of 90 billion Zebec Network tokens. So pretty much 90% of the 100 billion is here, which is absolutely good. It's absolutely amazing. So that's what we love to see. But we can see, ladies and gentlemen, $1 a dollar would be tricky because even if, right, even if we did times 10, which is 4 cents, times 100, which is 40 cents, times 1,000, which would be $4. I mean, that would be some insane market cap. Now, obviously, I have to divide, but even from here, we could do the calculation itself. If we, ladies and gentlemen, right, go 369 million market cap, boom, okay, and we times it by 1,000, that would be 369. Ooh, 369 billion market cap divided by 4, because this would be actually for $4. So $1 would be 92 billion market cap. Now, it's crazy because that's not impossible. Now, I'm not saying we're going to hit a dollar, but 92 billion market cap is not it's actually not that crazy. I actually thought the calculations and numbers were going to be much, much higher. So around 90 to 92 billion market cap for $1 is more than realistic. Now, will it happen this cycle? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this cycle, most likely not. Okay, this cycle, most likely not. It also depends how worldwide crypto gets. Now, Mr. Trump, he's been really pro crypto. He's been really, really pro crypto. His team has been really pro crypto. You know, they practically give the green light for other countries to start buying Bitcoin and start creating their own reserves, because what America does goes. Okay, we know this. What America does always goes. So if America is team crypto and they're, you know, setting all these rules and they're racing for Bitcoin and they're creating all these reserves and they're making all these pro crypto rules and everything, then other countries are going to follow too, because they're going to feel like they're missing out. Okay, if America adds value to crypto, then pretty much it means the whole world follows along. It's very simple. So the thing is, Zebec Network could actually hit a dollar eventually. Now, this cycle, most likely not. But if we're talking about 2 cycles from now, I mean, more than possible, more than possible. We're still not listed on most of the big exchanges and medium exchanges, which is also a very, very good sign. And we're already at almost 400 million market cap. Okay. And yeah, I mean, it sounds crazy. I know this is not exactly the same thing, but I mean, we have had other projects like Cardano hit, you know, that 90 to 100 billion market cap zone, and we have something like XRP, right? If we would to get this XRP partnership, I mean, XRP is at 170 billion. Okay, we even talked about, well, if we even get 10-20% of what XRP is going to be at, which we believe XRP is going to be roughly at, I think around, what did we say? We said roughly around that $9 to $10 mark. So if we did 3 times, right? If we did 170 billion times 3, we can see we'd actually be a half a trillion market cap for XRP. And if we even had 10% of that in Zebec Network with a partnership, we would be at 50 billion market cap. So we would be halfway. We would be roughly at the 45 to 50 cents zone. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. A dollar Zebec Network is actually not impossible. It is actually not impossible. Okay. Now, obviously, we will be updating you guys and we'll be making sure, you know, when the time comes, when everything's exploding to upside, we'll be making sure that we will readjust our plan, being like, okay, well, are we going to hit that type of target, or are we going to hit maybe 10 cents, maybe 5 cents, maybe just a penny, right? Well, obviously, oh, not a penny, but maybe like 10 cents, maybe 15 cents, maybe 20 cents, right? We will be marking up the zones. Now, just off the default, I always say we're going to hit probably 10 billion market cap, which is roughly 30x from here, which would be actually around 12 cents. So 12 cents is on the low end where I think we're going to hit. So for me, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it sounds crazy, but a dollar is possible. A dollar is possible. It is decently likely. And of course, it all comes down to the XRP partnership. It all comes down to how much money there's going to be in this cycle. And of course, we will be updating you guys with that. Let's talk about the analysis quickly, right? Let's talk about the analysis. You know, there has been a little shift in momentum. We can see, ladies and gentlemen, that we did hit this huge support zone right over here. Boom, we hit off it and we got an instant reaction. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to hold necessarily 100%, but all right, we do have this double top over here. Right now, we are currently just following simple basic fundamentals where we have a bottom, top, and right now bottom. We are looking to be swinging and gaining momentum. But if we do not find momentum here, ladies and gentlemen, then it's most likely that we are going to pull back further down, probably at least to 0.00389, before then maybe we reattempt once again. But yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Different type of video, a little bit of a, just expressing, what was on my mind. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, be honest, be yourself. Don't be virtuous in this world, all right? Being virtuous nowadays doesn't get you anywhere, all right? It gets you just more problems. People are waking up. People are waking up. People have all different types of fatigues now with certain types of people. Those days of being a virtuous clown are over. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.